Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin here with today's Divine Daily Blast. Let's get right to it. Listen, like always, I hope you're well. I hope you're thriving. Let me move these down a little bit. And you know, all things are going well. I truly do. All things are going well in your life. And if they're not, well, let's have a little chat about that, shall we? Let's have a little what they call, I like to call them a kiki, which in some languages is a lock-in with good music and just having a little. I think sometimes they call them raves. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. We're going to start off with the angel numerology number 3, associated with creativity, communication, positive energy, and spiritual guidance from the higher realms. Now, some of my spiritual teachers claim that the 3 energy is about the ascended masters that are close by, giving us references and messages about, you know, how to live a harmonious life. The number 3 and the symbolism of it also means creativity and self-expression, enthusiasm, communication. Yesterday we had the 3 of coins, or the 3 of pentacles, about collaboration. Embrace your creativity, channel your energy into creative projects. Stay positive. Trust your intuition. And if you're looking for some angelic guidance, Archangel Azrael, Gabriel or Gabrielle, Raziel, Jophiel and Zadkiel, you can put them around your board of director table to guide you every step of the way. I like to start each day in gratitude, grateful that they are teaching me things, grateful that they're listening, grateful that they're holding my hands, grateful that they're holding my heart. You know, my friend of the channel, Vicky, who has been channeling the fairies on her channel, drawing them, bringing messages from them, they're quite delightful, particularly Gertrude. And Gertrude is like that ballerina on top of the jewelry box. She loves to be on show with glitter and fun and giggling and crazy. I mean, it's hard for Miss Gertrude to have a bad day. I digress. But Miss Vicky taught me a while ago that we can imagine laying down peacefully, and how the Master Jesus, or whoever it is that is your highest power possible, either giving us a hug, holding us, or just laying their hands beside each of our ears and whispering, or even at our feet if we want grounding, or just simply if we levitate and allow the hands of the great masters to hold us up. That's a perfect way to honor the spiritual guidance from the ascended ones. Now, today, my friends, I missed out yesterday's moon. So yesterday's moon was in Aquarius. And yesterday there was a lot of uncertainty. The planet Mercury was clashing with the weird planet of Neptune. And the suggestion for yesterday was to step back and detach yourself emotionally from anyone who's adding to the confusion. And I'm trying to reflect to see if anyone in my life yesterday was adding to the confusion. And I have to say, I'm pleased they weren't. But today, the moon is still in Aquarius, but we're moving towards the last quarter moon. And think about what you might need to move on from, who you might need to unattach yourself from. What are you hanging on to? Perhaps it's time to release your grip. I happen to believe that holding on takes a whole lot more mental and physical energy than just letting go. My isms today. I am grounded, I am present, I am on the right path for graceful new beginnings. I am allowing in more blessings of love, money, abundance, wealth, health, romance, joy, laughter, fun. It's all available. And I am perfection unfolding. At the core of who we are is this wonderful ray of light that's perfectly projecting in all directions. A message here from Archangel Metatron. I can help raise your energetic vibration, allowing for interchange and the awakening of your true spiritual calling. I am on a path of spiritual awakening. My soul's purpose is clear to me. Well, maybe not in some instances. But your soul's purpose, at the root of who we all are, isn't what we... It's a little bit of what we are, I think. It's also a little bit about what we do, but not necessarily in an actual... Well, of course, if you're a medical doctor, there you go, there's your purpose. Maybe your purpose is to be creative. I happen to think that my own purpose is connected and linked a little bit to teaching. But I also like learning. But they also are like the left foot and the right foot, the sock and the shoe, the yin and the yang. That's where the balance is. Your soul's purpose could be working with the physical balance, your own physical balance. Everybody else can work on theirs. So interested that as humans, we're curious about other humans, what they're doing, what they're saying, why they're saying it, why they're doing it. And there's this balancing act when we go through our spiritual awakening process that we don't understand why everybody's not feeling like this. Well, they're going through their own spiritual process. We have our light activation from Hathor, who was a divine master this week. Acceleration, brilliance, standing in our own light. She's an Egyptian goddess. She came around the 3rd millennium, and obviously easily recognized for the sun disk in her head, the 2 horns, making her like a cow god. Her message this whole week has been about lightness, joy, success. She's also reminding us that if we've been going through dark, challenging times, the clouds are parting and the light of the sun is shining. This is a time of acceleration, of success. And she reminds us we're beginning to build momentum and things are starting to move forward. Old dreams and patterns, visions might start coming to light for whatever reason. We start to see what's blocking us, what's holding us back. And she's now saying it's time to release it, make space for the influx of new energy, drive, momentum. And you see how all this is working out because here we have Metatron raising our energetic vibration. We've got the ascended ones giving us a reflection of what do we need to let go of, reminding ourselves that we are grounded, present, on the right path. We are letting in more of this love, abundance, health, wealth, happiness. And our angel activator this week is the Thronins. For me, that is Sandalphon, Metatron, and Orion. And of course, we got a message from Metatron. So you see, it's all linked. The thrones remind us that it might look like things are not quite working out the way they should work, but we just have to trust it. We have to trust that while it could be frustrating in the physical, the universe is serving up challenging circumstances. However, all the angels have been reminded that are reminding us, that the universe is on our side always. The guardian angels, the archangels, the angelic realm, the fairy realm, the animal kingdom, the grounding, it's all on our side. When it seems like things are going in the wrong direction, it's because the universe has a greater plan, and the direction in which you were moving was only to take you further from your highest good. With this particular card, angelic guidance is telling us to lean in and trust. So if you want an affirmation, every challenge I face is an opportunity to grow. Sometimes for me, Well, not sometimes, always. The challenges bring up fear. So if I look at the fear, what am I frightened of? What am I bothered by? What do I think is going to happen? And then I look for evidence. Has this actually happened? Do I believe this will happen? And usually the answer is no. Well, then get over yourself. Louise Hay has a daily affirmation today. I stopped struggling to be better. I accept myself as someone who is supported by everyone and everything around me. Now here we could see a wolf, or that could look like a Great Pyrenees dog. Protectors. They're seers. They're shepherds. They're just listening and watching, keeping a protective eye, supporting their herd. Now we have the King of Swords. As most of you know, I pull the tarot cards on a Sunday or Saturday afternoon and lay out a reading for the whole week. And with the King of Swords, this is about strategy. This is about what are we doing next. The King of Swords does not lollygag around, does not put things off until some future date. The King of Swords reminds us that we need to make plans for immediate action, indicated by the eagles on the card. Now, if this were the Page of Swords, that Page of Swords will plot success, or, in the negative context, they'll plot revenge. The King is ready to take action. The King of Swords has a plan in place and said, we're going to move. Intellectual power, clear thinking, uncompromising truth, a time to let your head get in the game. The King of Swords asks us to make decision, be objective, get into direct communication rather than being swept away by a lot of second guessing or emotional upset. Let's see what the fairies have to say. Fairies everywhere. Gertrude and Beatrice are sitting on what I would call a knoll, which is like a little embankment, a small rise, looking down upon their woodland hamlet. Not really saying anything, just enjoying the peace and the tranquility of the rabbits and the woodland creatures. There's our card. Again, this is the third time in 2 weeks that this success card has popped up. So when this happens, when the fairy brings a message of success, and we have the King of Swords, and we have all these isms, and we have Metatron, this fairy queen of success is saying to change our thinking, change our mindset, start looking for evidence of when we've been successful, when we've overcome challenges, raise the energetic vibration, stand in the light of power, and understand that we were born for success. All we have to do is stand in gratitude. Thank you for bringing me all the successful challenges, and thank you for bringing me a way to overcome them. You know, you may have a challenge or a situation that shows up on Tuesday that you have to take care of by Saturday. And on Tuesday, you can spin your wheels holding on to the fear that you may not be able to do it. Or you can give it up to the non-physical and take the stand that you presented this problem or this challenge or this situation, and I trust in your judgment that it will be taken care of. There are usually physical steps that have to happen, phone calls that have to be made, letters that have to be written, emails that maybe need to be sent, or somebody you converse with. But either way, outwardly, you project the challenge and the situation, listen and wait, because this situation either A, in many, many cases, actually resolves itself without all this fluffy, guffy, crazy nonsense. Like I shared with you at the beginning of the week, looking at a week of no business. Being grateful that the physical weather was wonderful. Being grateful that I got an opportunity to catch up on some chores I hadn't caught up on. Being surprised by an unexpected check I didn't even know I was going to get. Then getting into my creativity, creating posts on social media, calling to action. I'm willing to work. I'm going to give you a discount for services. Those are the kind of solutions that come when we put our mind into action. All right, my friends, that's it from me. Like, subscribe, comment, do what you do. I love it. I love getting it. I love chatting with you. And until tomorrow, all my love. Bye for now.